Everything you know about reality is based on a lie told to you by your fingertips. You believe the floor is solid. You believe the glass in your hand is real. But in the world of physics, touch is just an illusion, a repulsive force between electrons that prevents your atoms from passing through the atoms of your chair. Now imagine that force is gone. Imagine the signal of electromagnetism that connects you to the physical universe is suddenly cut. You wake up, and the world is exactly as you left it. The sun is shining, your family is talking in the next room, and the clock is ticking. But when you reach out to silence your alarm, your hand passes through the plastic like it's made of smoke. You try to stand, but your feet find no resistance in the floor. You aren't falling and you aren't flying. You are simply leaking out of reality. You have become a ghost in a world that is still very much alive. Neurologists call this the ultimate sensory deprivation, the loss of the tactile anchor. Without the ability to affect the world, your mind begins to wonder if you exist at all. This is the beginning of the end of your sanity. To understand the horror of this condition, you have to understand what touch actually is. At a microscopic level, you have never actually touched anything in your entire life. What you feel as solid is merely the electromagnetic repulsion between the electrons in your skin and the electrons in the objects around you. You are constantly floating on a cushion of invisible force. But in this scenario, that force has vanished. Your atoms are no longer talking to the rest of the universe. This creates a terrifying biological paradox. You can see the food on your table, you can smell the coffee brewing, but you cannot consume them. As you reach for a cup, your fingers slide through the ceramic, through the liquid, and through the table itself. You are a starving man in a banquet of ghosts. But the physical hunger isn't what breaks you first. It's the proprioceptive collapse. Your brain relies on the resistance of the floor to tell it where your body ends and the world begins. Without that resistance, your sense of self starts to dissolve. You begin to feel like a cloud of data with no anchor. You are experiencing the ultimate form of desensitization. Neurologists believe that without tactile feedback, the parietal lobe, the part of your brain that maps your body, simply stops functioning. You aren't just losing the world, you are losing the map of your own soul. You are becoming a no-signal zone in a high-definition universe. The true nightmare begins when you realize that isolation isn't about being alone. It's about being invisible while surrounded by everyone you love. You try to call out to your partner, but your vocal cords move through the air without vibrating the molecules. You are screaming in a vacuum. You try to grab their shoulder to tell them you're still here, but your hand glides through their chest like a cold breeze. They don't even shiver. To the rest of the world, you haven't just disappeared, you've ceased to be a factor in their reality. This triggers a devastating neurological event known as social death. Our brains are hardwired to recognize ourselves through the reactions of others. When you lose the ability to provoke a response, a look, a touch, a flinch, your brain's mirror neuron system begins to atrophy at an alarming rate. You are trapped in the ultimate liminal space. You watch your family mourn you, or worse, move on without you, while you stand inches away, a silent observer of your own erasure. You start to experience Cotard's delusion, a rare psychiatric condition where a person genuinely believes they are dead or do not exist. In this state, the signal of your humanity isn't just fading, it's being overwritten by the void. You are a ghost, not because you died, but because the world forgot how to feel you. As the days bleed into a singular, agonizing now, the final stage of your transition begins. This is the terminal descent. You see, gravity is a relentless master, and it doesn't need to touch you to pull you down. In a normal world, the electromagnetic repulsion of the floor's atoms acts as a shield, keeping you on the surface. But without that shield, you begin to sink. At first, it's just an inch. You find yourself standing knee-deep in the concrete of your bedroom floor. Then you are waist-deep. There is no pain, no resistance, no cold. Just the terrifying visual of the solid world rising above your head like a dark tide. You are falling through the planet in slow motion, a silent passenger on a journey to the center of the Earth. This physical descent is mirrored by an even more violent cognitive entropy. Your brain, deprived of the constant stream of tactile signal, begins to hallucinate a reality to fill the void. This is the Charles Bonnet syndrome taken to its logical, horrific extreme. To prevent a total neural blackout, your mind starts to invent textures, pains, and pressures that aren't there. You feel phantom limbs being crushed. You feel phantom winds that don't blow. Your internal map of the world is no longer being updated by the external signal, so it starts to overwrite itself with nightmare data. You are no longer observing the world above. You are trapped in a feedback loop of your own deteriorating consciousness. The lack of interaction has turned your mind into a no-signal zone where logic goes to die. By the time you reach the molten core of the planet, miles below the people who have already forgotten the sound of your voice, there is nothing left of you. You have become a pure observer, a camera with no film, a ghost with no haunt. You are the ultimate proof that human existence is not defined by our thoughts, but by our friction with the world. We exist because we collide. We are real because we can be hurt. Without the ability to feel the resistance of a hand, the weight of a body, or the solidity of the earth, the soul simply evaporates into the vacuum of space. You aren't dead, and you aren't alive. You are a permanent glitch in the matrix of biology, a scream that has no air to carry it. The world continues its noisy, messy, tactile dance above, while you drift into the silent atomic dark. The lights are gone. The signal is dead. You are finally, completely untouchable. This is no signal mind. If you can still feel the weight of the device in your hand, if you can still feel the pressure of the chair beneath you, cherish it, because the moment you lose your friction with the world, you lose your right to be part of it. Stay grounded, stay heavy, before you start to sink.